For some of you teachers on Outschool, you may see a decrease in your enrollments right now, and that is probably because a lot of the students are on their last vacations for summer. They are prepping for the school year, and the school year is just around the corner. But that being said, there are some tips I have for you that have helped me to increase my enrollments even when they are low, and that I want to benefit you so that you can increase your enrollments as well. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm JennaLee and I help teachers build teaching businesses and brands online, not only by covering online teaching companies and how you can start teaching online, but also by adding on active and passive income streams so that you can truly become independent and a teacherpreneur yourself. My first tip is to trust the process. And I know it sounds like fluff, but it's true. On Outschool, like I said, there are ebbs and flows. Sometimes you have to trust the process and trust that the enrollments are going to go up as long as you keep working at it and trying and doing the market research. My second tip is more actionable, and it is to research competitors. Your competitors are people who are within your niche, who are doing well on the Outschool platform, have had a success for a long term, and continue to see signups and enrollments. So what I want you to do is find 3 of those competitors in your specific niche, and I want you to look at their profiles. Check out their class listing. How is it standing out from the rest? Check out what they are offering. Check out their times that they're listing the classes. And what type of class is it? Is it a multi-day? Is it an ongoing class? Is it a one-time class? Is it a camp? Check all these things, even down to the age ranges of the student and also what they're charging. You want to have a competitive price. A competitive price does not mean that you are charging the lowest amount possible, but that you're within the average that your market is within. So check out their price, and you want to be within that, not lower and not too much higher than their price as well. When I say research your competitors and check out all this stuff, I am not by all means saying copy. I will never say to copy anyone, because you are going to teach different classes. You are a unique teacher, and that's what's special about you on the Outschool platform. But what I do mean is to be smart. What are they doing that is attracting parents and students? You want to serve the students on the Outschool platform, and you want to incorporate what they're offering that students and parents want into your classes so that you are truly going to serve your audience. My third tip for lower enrollments is to incorporate trends. As I said in the beginning, Outschool is very seasonal and it ebbs and flows. So you want to incorporate trends. And what I mean by trends is, for instance, seasons, right? So in the summer, camps are more popular, one-time classes are more popular, fun, non-academic classes are, for the most part, more popular. So a lot of teachers that incorporated those summer trends were able to see higher enrollments. Now that we're going into the fall, we may see more of the academic classes rising in popularity. And what I mean by academic classes is ongoing classes might be more popular, and semester-long classes. Some of the parents, students, whether they're homeschooled or part of charter schools, are going to be looking for those longer-term semester courses for the academic season. Another way of incorporating trends is when there's a holiday coming up. For instance, Labor Day is coming up. So maybe if you're a history teacher or have something to do with history in your classes, or you can incorporate that into your classes, then you can have a Labor Day theme that parents and students might just want to learn more about. Around the Christmas season, a lot of holiday classes are in style. So this is where you can really see an increase in enrollments, because you are attracting many more students, and now they get the chance to take classes with you and see if you are a good fit for them. My fourth tip, and really important, is to optimize your class listing. And it's very, very simple, even though optimize just sounds fancy. But basically what optimizing your class listing means is to add keywords that parents are searching in your class title and your parent and learner summaries. So you want to be very smart and think about what the parents and students would be searching and typing in the search box for Outschool classes. I have a violin class for beginners, and if I had just put violin club, would that really be something that parents of beginning violinists who need them to learn the ropes first, need them to learn how to hold the instrument and start from the very get-go, if I put violin club, would that translate as a violin beginners class? I'm thinking no, because parents are going to see that and think that might be for older students or students that are more intermediate or advanced with the violin. So what I would put is beginning violin club or class, right? So make sure that you are incorporating those keywords so that parents, when they do search your class, it will come up within the top, because you do not want to be on the very bottom of the search where parents and students will never even be able to see your classes. Another thing you can do with your class listing, and this is my fifth tip to increase your enrollments, is to add that class video. And by class video, I don't actually mean the profile video. I'm sure you've added that before, but the class video is very optional. And the class video is the video that's explaining either to the parents or the students. Now you have two options for the class video: to speak to the parents and one to speak to the students. But you're explaining what the class is about and what transformation the student is going to have in your class. So utilize this, because a lot of parents don't want to sit there and go to your profile and check out your whole profile and watch that video. They may just want to see your teaching style right from the page that they're searching on. And I will tell you, a lot of times these parents, especially for one-time classes or ongoing classes, the classes with less commitment, they won't sit there for very long. They want to just see what your class is about, see how you are as a teacher, and click schedule, right? They want to get that fast without any effort. So I would add that class video onto your classes, especially the ones that you are seeing low enrollments in, and see if that increases the enrollments a bit. My sixth tip for low Outschool enrollments is to offer classes in different formats. And this is especially helpful for when there's a season change, because you may not know what class format is going to be most popular with your subject, with your class, or even with the season, whether that's during the school year or during the summer. So offer your classes in different formats and see what works. This is a little bit of trial and error that you might have to do right now, but it is so much better to see if one format works with this class more than the other, instead of having to create a whole new class, if that makes sense. So I once had a teacher come to me asking for tips and advice about Outschool. She was already a teacher on the platform, and she was wondering why she's not getting as many enrollments right now. And so I looked through her classes, and she had a lot of multi-day classes that went for long periods of time. And mind you, this is the summer. And a lot of the parents were looking for a shorter type of camp or ongoing classes. So she revamped her classes, changed the different class formats, and she is now getting a huge increase in enrollments. So there is definitely something to be said for changing your class format before you completely scratch that class and try making a new one. My 7th tip, and one that I waited too long to try, is to offer your class at different times and on different days. Even if you are a seasoned teacher on Outschool, sometimes your Wednesdays will be low, or sometimes one of the days of your week will be low, and it kind of comes out of the blue and you're wondering, what's happening? I don't understand. Well, try offering those classes on a different day, or later in the afternoon, or maybe even earlier in the morning, and see if those class times will work for that specific class. This especially works with a class that was already in the past popular, but is seeming to have lower enrollments now. Many Outschool teachers I have seen have actually decided, they may have taken Saturdays off or Fridays off, and their enrollments for Tuesday or Wednesday shifted. So they added classes onto those other days they were taking off and decided to take off the middle of the week off instead of the weekend. And I know right now the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday classes, specifically in what month is it? August of 2021, are really, really popular and in demand. So if you do have that ability to offer the classes on the weekend or on different days, then try that. My 8th tip for low Outschool enrollments is to communicate with parents and respond to their emails as quickly as you can, specifically within 24 hours. So this has to do with both parents that you already are connected with and may teach their students already. And it also has to do with parent schedule requests or parents requesting a class from you. So make sure that you are emailing them back as soon as possible or when you have the answer, because even if they cannot take that class with you, they'll understand that you are a good teacher, you are active on the platform, you are up to date, and you are trying to serve your students to the best of your ability. And this may not seem like a tip that's going to get you enrollments, but it for sure is, because by word of mouth can spread really quickly. And if a parent knows that you respond to your emails, you are active, you are a great teacher, then they're going to want to take a class with you in the future, or even tell their friends about you. Not only this, but with your current parents and students, it's important to stay up to date with them and communicate effectively to actually retain those students. And retention, in a lot of times, is better than attracting new students. And with that, my 9th tip for low Outschool enrollments is to focus on serving your current students. Even if you are struggling to get those enrollments that you need week to week, focusing on your current students is the best vehicle to retaining students and providing that excellent service that is not going to go unrewarded. We as teachers didn't necessarily get into this for the money, and it's okay to want money, it's okay to plan to gain money, but if those enrollments are low, which again, I'm going to say back to the top tip is trust the process, because they may be low. Even if you're a great teacher and have great classes, they may be low during certain times of the season, right? So you always want to remember to focus on your current students, because they are the one constant that you're always going to have and that you're always going to serve. So make sure that you focus on serving them first instead of only focusing on getting more enrollments. And my 10th tip is to just not give up. I'm still learning from trial and error, and I would consider myself a fairly seasoned teacher with over a year of experience on the Outschool platform. This trial and error process never ends. The market researching never ends. The serving your students never ends. So do not give up, because it is normal in this type of job as a business owner, as a teacherpreneur. It is normal to have ebbs and flows within the year. The important thing is that when you look back, you are starting to gain traction more and more each month and starting to earn more, not necessarily from Outschool, but from other streams of income as well, which is why this channel is not only about online teaching, but I'm going to be adding more and more resources about how to get more streams of income. So just don't give up. It's the life of an entrepreneur. And I think that is probably the most important tip as an online teaching business owner. Let me know in the comments below what has worked for you. Everyone's experience is different. I have incorporated a lot of these trends into my own Outschool classes and have seen a great increase in enrollments. But let me know below what's worked for you, if you've had similar experiences, or even if you have found a different strategy to be helpful for you in your classes. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.